What up, folks? I'm back once again doing another video game review, and this time I'm reviewing Splatterhouse 2 for the Sega Genesis, and it's made by Namco, the gaming company that made Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man, Big Doug, and other classic games. And this is pretty much the sequel to the first Splatterhouse game that was released for the TurboGrafx 16, and the plot takes place 3 months after the first Splatterhouse game, as far as the event goes, and the mask pretty much attempts reach to go back to the house from the first game to rescue his girlfriend Jessica. He was pretty much saying that she shouldn't die there and stuff like that. And throughout the course of the game, you pretty much fighting a bunch of ugly, grotesque monsters. You know what I'm saying? So this is pretty much like a beat 'em up horror game. You know what I'm saying? So this is like the first time that both genres of a beat 'em up and a horror were like put together. And to be honest, this was put together. Both genres was put together quite nicely by Namco. Now, another thing about Splatterhouse 2 is that you get to use different types of weapons, like the 2x4s and shotguns. And one thing about the 2x4 is that once you hit a monster with that 2x4, you will smash it, not necessarily like smash it to the wall. When you hit it, you'll fly up against the wall, and like the blood and guts will be like kind of like everywhere and everything. And one thing about this game, it's pretty dark and gory. It's more gory than the Mortal Kombat games back then, especially because like with the Mortal Kombat games back then, and like now, the gore, the bloods and the gore is really limited to the fatalities. Splatterhouse 2, blood and gore is like you see every time you every time you hit a monster, whether it's with like a 2x4 or your fist. And like Rick, when he dons the mask, he of course gets stronger. He does like a bunch of punches and kicks, and like a martial arts type of thing. And it's like and the type of monster you fight is a lot of variety in that. And it is. And Splatterhouse 2 is kind of hard, you know what I'm saying? Pretty much reminds me of the Castlevania games and the games on the NES, but it's more like neutral. It's not too hard, not a cakewalk either. You know what I'm saying? And one thing you will notice about Splatterhouse from a general standpoint, not just Splatterhouse 2, is that the design of the mask is pretty much an inspiration of the hockey mask that Jason Voorhees wore in the Friday the 13th franchise. True, and one thing I can say that the inspiration is really hard to miss. Now, the graphics and level design of this particular game is excellent, especially with the dark tone of it, and the gameplay of Splatterhouse 2 is pretty good too, especially like with the hit detection when you like using a weapon or you're using your punches and kicks and everything. I really like it. And the soundtrack is real good also. It gives that straight up his straight up creepy vibe that you find in the game. You know what I'm saying? There there were like very few games that has this creepy vibe to it, and Namco like executed it very well in my opinion. Now some gamers might complain about the overall difficulty, but in my opinion that's pretty much nitpicking in my opinion because it is not. It's more challenging than insanely hard. You know what I'm saying? And I would say that Splatterhouse 2 is one of the best uh, Sega Genesis games that was released, and it's pretty much the best beat 'em up game on that particular console. And I would honestly recommend Splatterhouse to anybody, to any like gamer that's like I'll say like 18, at least from 18 on up, because it is a gory game. And and, it, and as far as the score is concerned, I would definitely give this game a 9. Now, with that being said, if you like Splatterhouse, or if it's happened to be your favorite game of all time, you can mention it in the comment section. And like, if you like this particular video review of Splatterhouse 2, don't hesitate to click the thumbs up button, and don't forget to subscribe. This is your boy Big Metroid Fan 12 signing off.